Hello, this is Fabian speaking to you on this balmy Tuesday afternoon. I've been going through my archives and I'm just about to start some creative work. Let me show you a little bit of my collection here. I have a collection. This is a collection of correspondence. Some I created and some I didn't. I'm just in the process of taking these cards I originally made these specifically to be greeting cards. At the time I was having an idea, since I had just lost a whole bunch of artwork because I had to leave a residence fast and there was no trace of it, and there still is no trace of a large amount of it. I was in a project mode of giving things out to places like charities, and anybody who asked me for money, I was going to the high arts, so it would be like the ballet, the opera, and then it would be medical professions like medical places and all sorts of charities that have charitable events. I was working to create the artwork regular postage size, so that I could give them a gift in kind of my artwork. And as I start to look at these, I realized that what happened when my parents passed away, some of the artwork that I sent to them was returned to me, and so I've been looking at it over. I have different kinds. I have the artwork. It was called Art as a Present series, and you have some examples here of which what I was using was anything that I got in the mail that I could recycle, like all these donations. The donation requests, I used as much as possible envelopes and bills, paper from there, to create this ecologically conscious series. And I decided recently that since some of them turned out so nicely, that I'm going to be using them as regular works of art. So I'm taking out the written part that had been given to my mother and father, and I'm going to put that in another kind of card, and I'm going to work on these to finish them properly as regular works of art. At the same time, taking inspiration from this collection, I got a series of cards, 4x6 cards to create my own artwork, and I created these this little collection of vision boards is the theme, is things that I wish that actually would happen to me. A vision board is supposed to have magical properties. So I found and so if you put it on your wall for a year, your dream is supposed to come true. So I created these vision board inspired collages, again regular postage size. So I have these two things in this album, and also correspondence, beautiful correspondence that I received, worthy of note, from other people. And I'm in the process of, like I said, reworking these cards so they're the actual artwork that they always were, without any writing, and no fudging the project, and also looking at a way to arrange my correspondence. It's a little bit tricky, because the correspondence, when you receive cards or send out cards like from the stores, very few people worry about the size. So I was actually delighted to find this particular book that had places for cards of many different sizes, but not all, and it's just a small book compared to how much I have. So I've been working on some of the stuff like that. There was also another collection of work that somebody left some artwork on the table from this home, and this particular example of art is one of those things. It's not a card at all. Just I think this might be a watercolor. So it's just, I have it right now organized like this, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do with it in the end. Though I think some of these, they also have another collection of cards that at the same time all this was happening, I was also doing correspondence on other people's cards. I was always at the thrift shops looking for greeting cards that I could use. And finally I decided, since I was going through so many greeting cards, I would look for things that were worthy of notice art. So that's included over here. At the same time as all this was happening, of course life goes on, and in this home they were having a series of bazaars at this house, and they had cards that they gave. So this is where I got this pet collection of cards. Some of the cards are, it's a whole hodgepodge of different kinds of projects that I got from the years, including some of the correspondence I received from people for the holiday season as well. So another thing I had in this particular book, if there's any left, I don't know, was I was working. I always collect something call it my creative library, and my creative library is artwork that I find often media that I find all different kinds of things, from flyers from stores and all sorts of readings I pick up that seem to be more beautiful than usual, and makes me reluctant to just get rid of them. So they originally, there were more of these kind of things in this particular book, but I've been working on another project because there's just simply not enough space in one measly book. And luckily for me, I found this book over here. Let me get it out. To take the collection over here, which is a interior design collection, and place it in another kind of binder, a scrapbooking kind of idea, which is what I'm here for. So I put it, I backed it up and I put it in the pages like these. Originally, this project started out in a smaller version over here. Let me see if I hope it's here. Yes, which I found this very, very beautiful scrapbook kind of idea for photographs in a thrift shop. And I just if I find something very beautiful, like fine, I want to take it home. And since I was working on my artwork and how to frame it so it could be presented, I took it home to work on. It's a very fine little photo album to put in. It's a very unusual size. Originally, I started out with this particular collection on the other side, like vertical, like that. But I didn't think it did the whole work justice, so I've been gradually transferring the vertical pieces like this one here to this particular medium, which suits it more, and working with this particular book so that the horizontals are going in. I'm not quite finished. I used poster tape, removable poster tape for this project here. So when I find one of the old things, like I think this one's coming up. Nope, has to be fixed. When I took one of the things that were vertical in this particular album, I found that as I took it off, the removable tape didn't come off, and it was quite sticky. So I had a choice whether I would keep the book. At one particular moment, I felt like just chucking the whole thing, throwing the whole thing in the garbage, damaged and all. See, this has to be reworked. Anyways, I restrained myself from doing that, and I think it's come out very nicer, much nicer as I switched it to the horizontal, which is what the graphics on the cover of this book is. Which is, it's a work in progress, it's still not finished. And it's getting there. So it was originally like this, and it doesn't at all work with the cover and the movement of this particular beast. So I'm switching these things over into the larger format now. And there's a couple of these left. And this is what I'm going to be doing for now. And another thing I'm going to be doing here, because they don't have spaces. The smallest space they have in this particular album is 4x6, and I'm not comfortable with something smaller in here. So I'm going to be taking the items that are 4x6 and standardizing the sizes. Perhaps you recall what I said is that I was recycling the paper, the mail I got, and making it into using it for my art, just by creating things from that. And the creative library I had, the media and everything I came into my hands. And often that's for the size was arbitrary, and now I'm going to standardize it. So this is a little bit of an update of what I'm doing right now. This is Kathy Vivian Fabian. They call me KV Fabian, speaking to you. Have a good day, and I'll give you another update soon.